What was the cruelest punishment your school used? The focus room had white walls, white floors, white ceiling, and one metal chair bolted to the center facing a blank wall. No windows, no clock, no books or paper or anything to look at except the empty white space that seemed to press in from all sides. Vice Principal Holloway called it a therapeutic intervention space designed to help students with attention difficulties learn to self-regulate. The rest of us knew it for what it was. 8 hours of sensory deprivation that left kids like me crying and begging to be let out. My ADHD diagnosis came with a prescription for medication that helped me focus, but it also came with a target on my back at Jefferson High School where Holloway had decided that behavioral intervention mattered more than pills. She'd pull students out of class without warning, march us down to the basement where 3 focus rooms waited, and lock us inside for the entire school day. No lunch, no bathroom breaks unless we knocked and got permission. No stimulation of any kind except the humming fluorescent light overhead that buzzed like wasps trapped in a jar. I spent my first session in the focus room during October of my junior year after I'd forgotten to turn in a history assignment for the 3rd time that month. Mrs. Chen reported me to Holloway, who showed up at my classroom door wearing her usual gray pantsuit, an expression that suggested she smelled something rotten. She didn't ask if I had ADHD or if I'd taken my medication or if something else was going on. She just gestured for me to follow her, and when I hesitated, she said my name like a warning. We walked through the hallways while other students watched, and I felt my face burning with humiliation. Down 2 flights of stairs to the basement, where the air smelled like old concrete and cleaning chemicals. She unlocked one of 3 unmarked doors and told me to sit in the chair. 8 hours, she said. No phone, no books, no distractions. Just me and my thoughts, learning to control my impulses. The door closed with a heavy click that made my chest tight. The first hour wasn't terrible. I counted ceiling tiles and floor tiles and tried to estimate the dimensions of the room based on my counting. I made up stories in my head about the white walls being a spaceship or an art gallery or anything except what they actually were. But ADHD brains need stimulation the way lungs need oxygen, and after the first hour, I started feeling the panic creep in like water rising slowly around my ankles. I bounced my leg against the chair until my muscles ached. I hummed songs until my throat hurt. I started talking to myself just to hear something other than the fluorescent buzz. By hour 3, I was standing up and pacing the small space, walking circles around the chair like a prisoner exercising in a cell. By hour 5, I was crying, without quite knowing why, just feeling this desperate need to move or read or see something that wasn't blank white, nothingness. By hour 7, I was knocking on the door begging Holloway to let me out, promising I'd never forget another assignment, pleading that I'd learned my lesson. She opened the door at exactly 3:15 when the school day ended and asked if I was ready to take responsibility for my actions. I nodded frantically, and she let me leave. Mom picked me up from school that day and immediately noticed something was wrong. I couldn't sit still in the passenger seat, fidgeting with everything within reach and talking too fast about nothing important.